My boss demoted me to a janitor to humiliate me in front of the whole office, but he forgot that I was the one who designed the entire security system and I was about to lock him out of his own life. Listen closely, because this is how I turned a broom into a weapon of total destruction. I had been the lead security architect for a multi-billion-dollar finance firm for 8 years. I built the firewalls, I managed the encryption keys, and I knew every single loophole in the building's digital skin. Then came the new regional director, Mark. Mark was a trust fund baby who hated anyone smarter than him, and on his second day, he decided to replace my entire department with a cheaper outsourced team. Instead of just firing me, he decided to humiliate me by offering me a position as the night shift janitor or lose my severance package entirely. He laughed in my face and told the entire staff that I was finally in a role that matched my intellectual capacity. I didn't get angry. I just smiled and took the broom for 2 weeks. I cleaned Mark's office every night while he left his computer unlocked, thinking he was untouchable. What he didn't realize was that I had installed a physical keylogger on the back of his workstation. Months ago, I watched as he funneled millions into a private shell company and planned to frame the CEO for the theft. The night before the big board meeting, where Mark was going to execute his final move, I decided to finish my cleaning early. I didn't just sweep the floors, I swept his entire digital existence. I used his own credentials to trigger a massive self-audit, and then I encrypted his private shell company accounts with a key that only I possessed the next morning. Mark stood in the boardroom ready to present his evidence against the CEO. But when he tried to log in, the screen went bright red with a message that said, "Access denied, cleanup in progress." Suddenly, the doors to the boardroom locked and the police walked in with a warrant for Mark's arrest based on the anonymous tip I had sent with full documentation of his fraud. As they dragged him out in handcuffs, he saw me standing in the hallway, leaning on my broom. I just winked at him and said, "You missed a spot." Mark, the CEO, was so impressed with my loyalty that he offered me Mark's old job and a massive bonus for saving the company's reputation. I took the job, but I kept the broom in my new office as a reminder to never underestimate the person who cleans up your mess. Moral of the story: the higher you climb, the harder you fall, especially if you step on the person who built the ladder.